Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in the Buzz. Do you know the power that tweens hold? We all know that Miley Cyrus dominates the charts and Twilight has become a cultural phenomenon, but now tweens are headed to Washington. More than 250 9 to 14-year-olds, which is this tween age, girls from around the country are going to convene with policymakers, marketers, experts, and celebrities for the first ever National Tween Girls Summit this fall. The day-long summit will examine the minds, motivation, and lives of tween girls, giving them a platform to share their thoughts and their opinions on a wide range of subjects. You, sir, happen to be the father of a tween.
I am. She's 13 years old, and it's amazing. She can sit there and pick apart my outfit, and then in the next breath, begin a political discussion with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really...
It's something. They have their own mind. They have their own set of core values, and they know what they want. They know how to get it, and, you know, she works, and she gets her own money, and she goes to the mall.
She works at 13?
Yeah, she does. She gets allowed. She gets stuff,
like
babysitting, stuff around the house. She gets paid for, that kind of stuff. So,
you know, some of the most visible, I think, tweens are like the Obama girls.
Yes.
Joe Jonas or Nick Jonas.
Yeah,
Nick Jonas. Well, they have an influence over them. Also, you know, even the Harry Potter characters, until they, you know, just recently we turned around, they got older. But Hannah Montana, the kids from High School Musical, they have a lot of influence over teenagers. And what's interesting is, I think one of the first companies to actually recognize the tween age group were, believe it or not, the Olsen twins. Because what was happening was, people were watching them growing up and liked how they dressed and that sort of thing, but there was no clothing available for the teenage girl who maybe wanted to dress a little bit more like her big sister, but there wasn't really that kind of option. Well, now you have like the Limited 2, and you've got all these...
Two big stores for the kids now are Hollister and Abercrombie.
Hollister and Abercrombie.
My daughter lives in that stuff.
Well, and see, here's the question I want to pose to you. Is it too... I mean, we're talking about not just policymakers, but what I found interesting in this convention is marketers.
That's scary. Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
See, because they are the most important group. They're trying to pick their brains.
Exactly. And I wonder, at this age where you're figuring yourself out and kind of mimicking what your big sister is doing and mimicking what teenagers are doing, is it just another opportunity for marketers to kind of make some money?
It's a big focus group they're bringing to Washington. That's how I feel. When I heard marketers, I'm like,
oh boy, here we
it
go.
is. They're going to give them a whole bunch of toys now. How do you like playing with that, little Susie?
I will say this. I do think they are a powerful group because they influence their parents. How many times has your daughter said, I want, and finally you're like, well, I guess it's not that bad, we'll get it, or whatever it was?
She gets about 25% of what she actually asks for.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, you know, as a parent, you got to put your thumb down, and it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think if you dole out everything a kid wants, then they don't teach them a sense of responsibility.
Exactly.
But when it comes to that 25% that they eventually get, something that they're interested in, that's a large chunk of the pie when it comes to parents and how they're spending money, especially in this economy.
Yep.
I think to me it's a little dangerous.
The marketers, I don't like the marketers being there. You take the marketers out, I'm like, wow, this is great. Marketers in there.
Totally agree.
Well, scary.
I totally agree.
Who's going to keep them out?
No one.
Powerful lobby.
They are a powerful lobby. That's right. The 9 to 14-year-olds.
That's what I'm saying.
Courtney Caligari, I want to turn over to you because we're starting to talk about this on the live blog this morning. I was just curious, what do you think? I mean, is this a good idea to have these teenagers kind of have this power and bring in the marketers to the mix?
I'm not sure about tweens that aren't celebrities. I mean, I'm influenced myself by you too with all the Twilight books, the movies, Harry Potter. So there's enough stuff going on in culture, I think, and there's a couple of fans right here on the blog as well. But they're saying they think they possibly may have an influence. And Jamie here says she was influenced when she was younger, you know, by tweens in our culture and stuff like that. But we do have a poll here on foxprovidence.com. We're asking you at home, do tweens have too much power over our culture? Choices are A, yes, they influence books, movies, or music, or B, no, get real, they're just kids. So we'd love to hear from you guys. You can weigh in on our website or on our Facebook page. Our friends there can weigh in as well. But I will be back at the end of the show with your official poll results to see what you all said. But for now, we're going back to the backyard barbecue. Lily, what's grilling?